Virgo, welcome to your February reading. If you're new here, I'm Jenny, and I'm going to start this reading off with a little bit of an energy cleansing. I'm using today some Agua de Florida water. If you're not familiar with this, I really love the Murray and Landman Florida water, and I like to order it directly from the company because if you find it on Amazon or in a store, you're likely to find the Agua de Florida that is made in the New York factory, but I really prefer, because I train in the Caro lineage from Peru, I really prefer the Peru factory. I do notice a difference with the strength and the energy of the Florida water, and you may very well smell it if you are in touch with your clairsalience, your ability to smell spirit. But just know and trust that even if you're not in the energy of, or if you're not in the physical location where I'm spraying it, that you can still be cleansed by this energy, because it is the spirits of the citrus plants that are used in the Florida water. I chose not to use Palo Santo, which I typically use, because it's really nearly impossible to find Palo Santo that is ethically harvested. We've harvested so much of the Palo Santo trees that there just aren't that many left in Peru. So that's something for you to consider. Today, we are going to be doing some card readings from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, as well as the Unshakable Inner Peace Oracle and the Raise Your Vibration Oracle. I will, of course, have links to all three of these decks down below in the comments. And if you are sticking around for the extended version at the end, we're also going to dive into the Romance Oracle, as well as the Animal Spirit Oracle. And I'm doing something a little bit different. I am not that well versed in tarot, I'll be honest with you. I mostly use Oracle, but I decided that I would start all of our readings off today with a message from the tarot deck as well. And let's just see what's coming up for us. And I say us because I am a Virgo sun and Virgo rising. You can read or listen for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or anywhere else that you would like to read for, but let's see what's coming up for us. Okay, we're getting the Ace of Swords. Look at this, the Ace of Swords. Look at these messages coming through. Look at how much in alignment she is. I really, really love the Light Seers Tarot. That's the deck that I'm using, and that's going to be the energy that starts us off, the Ace of Swords. And in the extended, we'll go in a little bit deeper into the Ace of Swords, but first we're going to get started by clarifying this energy with the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle by Kelly Smith. This is my OG. I call this my tough love deck, because that's exactly what it does. It tells us like it is, and what is the primary energy that the Virgo collective needs to know, along with this Ace of Swords energy for the month of February. And we're getting recognition. Okay, somebody deserves to be recognized for all that they have done. And look at that master number 33 that we're getting in there. I love that. Let me just dive into the 33 from the Angel Number book by Mystic Michaela before we get into a little bit more of the channeling of what's coming through. So 33, love and peace. You're never alone. Your angels are with you, listening and receiving your prayers, but they want you to stretch a little further. What can you do to help yourself today? Reflect on a present problem and think of one way to make it slightly less difficult. No matter how small the interaction, it matters. And what I picked up on immediately with this recognition card is that this very well could be yourself. Maybe it's you that needs to be recognized for all that you have done, for the progress that you have made in your journey. And I know us Virgos, we are on a healing journey. Let me tell you, we are typically the wounded healer. We are the intuitive. And yeah, maybe you need to recognize yourself and how far you've come in your journey. And I think February is going to be a month where we can really see that. We can see how we've already healed from some of the wound energy that we've projected in our journey up to this point, and really taking that time to celebrate yourself. I'm seeing 919 here as well. I feel like that's a significant number for us. Let me just dive into that one before I go further. 919 is routine. Notice the things that you do without thinking. Your angels call upon you today to drop a bad habit and replace it with a good one. Negative self-talk is a habit they especially want you to focus on. List a few habits you'd be meaning to tackle and make a step towards one of them today. So again, This is about recognizing yourself. So a lot of the times we can get in our own way when we are focused on, how far we still have to go, the bad habits that we have picked up and the ones that we find ourselves feeling really, really stuck in. But recognizing that that is just the ego doing what the ego does best, keeping us safe inside of our comfort zone. So what bad habit has been holding you back, and how might you be able to replace that with a different habit throughout the month of February? What else does the Virgo collective need to know about the month ahead? It feels like a really big, powerful month, like a lot of forward momentum. And I can see that in my own journey as well. I've got a lot of stuff on the go. I've got a new 16-week program, Nourish Your Temple. It's for women who are ready to heal the core worthiness wound that has held them back from really loving the skin that they're in. There's a lot about nutrition and mindful movement and shamanic healing in this program. And yeah, there's a lot of forward momentum with it. There's a lot of work that comes with creating a new program and showing up for your soulmate clients. I know there are a lot of Virgos who are in business for yourself. So you may be feeling this forward movement as well. If you're not in business for yourself, maybe there's something that you're working on manifesting. I feel like a lot of you will resonate with that. What else does the Virgo collective need to know about the month ahead? I'm getting wake up call. Uh-oh. Like I said, it's my tough love deck. We've got the wake up call card. The wake up call comes in the form of like a big shift. Sometimes it's like a tower moment in tarot, right? Something needs to fall away in order for something new to come in. So don't be afraid of this card, although sometimes it can mean a relationship ending, maybe a job is ending, or a chapter in your career is ending. Maybe, there could be a move. I hope there's a move. I'm trying to manifest a move into my life right now, the sale of my home and the purchase of a new home. The wake up call, it's really helping us to discover our life's purpose. So embrace this wake up call. Sometimes the wake up call card comes when we get sick, and we get sick because we haven't been aligning with the lifestyle that is really helping us to embody a healthy body, a healthy mind, a healthy soul. So if you find yourself getting sick in the month of February, then let this be the message that you needed in order to change your habits. Do you need to drink more water? Do you need to change the way that you eat? Do you need to move your body more? Do you need to get a meditation practice going or strengthen the meditation practice that you already have? Let this wake up call card be the trajectory shift that you need for the month of February. Can we get some clarification on the wake up call? Is there something more that we can learn here about the wake up call that'll help us through February? Yeah, self-love. You're learning that your capacity to love others and also to be loved by others, there's another three in there, so we got 333, is really about your ability to love yourself. So there's definitely a call here for some mega self-love in the month of February, and I feel like that's what February is all about. A lot of people focus in February about romantic relationships and love for others, but to me, it's always been about self-love. I like to really amp up my own personal self-love practices in the month of February. I'll maybe go to a salt cave or a sound bath or even a spa or to get a massage. I like to do things that are really about overflowing my cup in ways that are out of the ordinary for me. I've gotten really, really good at solidifying a solid morning ritual where I spend time with myself every single day before I interact with other people, before I pick up my phone. But I like to do things in the month of February that are a little bit more than what I do on the day to day. And 333 is all about equilibrium. Nurture the mind, body, and spirit connection. Get some meditation going, embark on that workout routine, and finally start that vision board you've been procrastinating on. Your angels want you to look at the areas of your life that are not fully rounded out and self-correct. Okay. I'm feeling like the 919 was a number for us, but the 333 is a little bit more prominent. You'll see that in the description or the title of this video. I'm going to put the 333 in there because I think that that'll be some validation and confirmation if you're seeing those angel numbers. You may be seeing the 919. Let me know in the comments if you are seeing either one of these numbers showing up for you. What else does the Virgo collective need to know for the month of February, please? Okay, universal minds. All right, we are all connected. And whatever your keep me up at night problem is, you've got the answers, Virgo. You have the answers within. So again, there's that message of getting some meditation going. So if you receive the same message more than once in the same reading, to me, that feels like a giant exclamation mark. It's like pay extra attention. So, what is your meditation practice like right now? Do you have a meditation practice? And again, let me know in the comments. For myself, I really struggled with meditation for a very, very long time. I listened to a lot of guided meditations at first. That was the only way that I could really get into that meditative state, because I found that I couldn't shut my thoughts off. Well, now that I have been meditating for a number of years, it's such a natural process for me. I do a ritual that really helps me get into that meditative state. So for me, that's like lighting a candle. You can't see it, but there's one over here just out of the screen. It's lighting an incense. It's turning on some solfeggio frequencies or a sound bath in the background. Using my essential oils, I like to tap some blue lotus oil on my third eye in a infinity symbol. I like to tap some on my throat chakra as well, so I can receive messages from my higher self. I like to put some grounding oils down on my feet, and I really take my time with it, getting into those reflexology points of the feet, connecting with all the different organs and systems within the body. And then I like to write my intention for the meditation in my journal. And because this has become a ritual for me, the act of doing all of these things before I begin meditating actually, and of course I'll also clear my energy and the act of doing all of these things before I get into the meditation helps me actually get into the meditative state before I even begin meditating. So that might be something for you to consider. And again, if meditation is challenging for you, go ahead and listen to those guided meditations. They can be really helpful. I've got some here on my channel too that you can absolutely listen to if you think that'll help. Before I get into raise your vibration and oh gosh, I forgot unshakable inner peace. Before I get into those, I do want to get another card here. I feel like that it's a good idea to have 5 for the intuitive life coaching. There's definitely another card that wants to come through here. Let's see what it is. Let's see what it is for the Virgo collective for the month of February, please. Okay, we're getting rejoicing. We're rejoicing. So you've already learned, Virgo, how to make the most out of life. You've already learned that you feel better when you do these practices. And, you know, I talk a lot about a morning ritual, but really and truly, our spiritual practices can be done at any point in the day. I mean, I'm actually filming this video at night, and I did a meditation before I did this video. I always like to meditate before I do these videos because I receive guidance, I receive answers, I receive messages on what's going to be coming up for you and what oracle decks to use and how many to pull and things like that. So your spiritual practices can truly be done at absolutely any point in the day. However, I do feel like there is a lot of power with having a solid morning ritual. And with the rejoicing card coming up, this tells me that you've already discovered that some of your spiritual practices, all of your spiritual practices, do shift your energy for the better. So this is telling you that you've already learned how to make the most out of life. Are you going to allow the ego to continue to throw self-sabotage, resistance, procrastination in your path? Or are you going to embody these practices that you already know make you feel better? And, you know, if you're someone who's newer into creating your spiritual practices, well, maybe this is, you know, your day-to-day habits. Maybe it's the way that you eat and the way that you drink water or don't drink enough water. Maybe it's the way that you move your body or don't move your body. You figured out that there are certain things that help you feel good, that help you align, that help you feel like you are clear and you know what to do and you're trusting your intuition. This is telling you to lean into those practices, especially when the ego is throwing that resistance and self-sabotage in your path. Let's see how the Virgo collective can raise our vibration in the month of February, please. What is the most aligned way for the Virgo collective to raise our vibration in the month of February? Okay, we're getting clear your karma. All right, where might we need to clear our karma? You know, is there anybody that needs an apology? Is there anything that's coming up for you right now? Any challenges that are coming up for you right now that you can see are karmic? Yeah, I'm trying to think of how this is resonating with me in my own personal journey. Everything is karmic, right? Everything is karmic. When let's just use the example of I had a client who didn't pay her bill. And I was like, oh my gosh, how do you not pay your bill? Like, come on, that's like, you made a commitment, you signed a contract. How can you not pay your bill? She canceled their credit card, so I couldn't even automatically charge the card. And then I started thinking about it. And in the past, I had a gym membership that I never paid, and they wouldn't let me cancel. And I just changed my credit card. I was like, well, you're not going to charge my credit card. Like, I don't want this gym membership anymore. And I don't live close enough that I can even justify driving to this gym anymore. So I'm just not going to pay the bill. And I just didn't pay the bill. Now, it did come back to bite me in the butt. I ended up having to pay a huge cancellation fee eventually. They caught up with me. But I wondered, is this client not paying her bill, is this karmic from that bill that I chose not to pay? That is just one example, but there's definitely something here for us to look at with regards to anything karmic that's coming our way. And I want to remind you that, sometimes in this journey, we're here to clear karma from past lives as well. Maybe some of you are already embarking on clearing things from past lives that are coming up for you again in this lifetime. I'll give you another example of someone that I worked with where there was a contract. It was actually a curse of poverty, and that curse was put in place because they had used money for evil in a previous lifetime. So then in this lifetime, she was really dealing with scarcity, with lack, with poverty, growing up poor, really struggling with her relationship with money. And then we worked on how do we clear that. There's a lot of different ways to do that. Lots of different healers, lots of different energy workers. I do one-on-one sessions myself. I train in shamanism, so I do a lot of shamanic healing inside of my one-on-one sessions. And for me, when I'm working on myself, I like to use my pendulum. However, I'll tell you, my shamanic teacher has a saying that I really resonate with. The shaman who tries to heal himself is a fool. And that's because a lot of the times we can't do work on ourselves because we have a lot of blind spots. So for me, I've always invested in healers. I've also invested in intuitives and guides and psychics and coaches and all of those things because they really do help me on my journey, and you might find the same. Now we're going to be looking at unshakable inner peace. So please, spirit, guides, angels, share with us what is the primary way that the Virgo collective can experience unshakable inner peace in the month of February, please. Okay, I am getting, you are the image maker. What you focus on manifests. What thought patterns do you need to shift? And I love this card for us. I always say that we are constantly manifesting. We are either consciously manifesting what we do want, or we're subconsciously manifesting what we don't want. I don't know if you've ever heard this before, but humans have something between 30 and 90,000 thoughts in a day. Most of them are negative. Most of them are repeating, and most of them are subconscious. So if we are constantly manifesting what we think about, what we feel, the energy that we're putting out there, and most of our thoughts are subconscious and negative, then it's pretty clear that we are manifesting stuff that we don't want. When we're stuck in worry, fear, doubt, insecurity, scarcity, lack, we are manifesting more of that into our lives. So this is an opportunity to remind ourselves how powerfully we are co-creating our lives with the universe. And I want to give you an example. Sometimes you'll have company coming and you'll be like, oh gosh, there's going to be drama. Every time they come, there's drama. Every time they come, there's conflict. Every time they come, there's something that happens. And it's like we're writing the script. When we expect it to happen because we keep thinking it's going to happen, then eventually it does happen. We're not usually willing to admit how powerful of a manifester we are in those circumstances, but there's no other way to look at it. Of course, we manifested it like that. We expected it. Expectation is that energy that truly magnetizes these experiences into our lives. So if we can begin to expect the good things in our lives just as powerfully and just as accurately and just as much as frequently as we expect the bad stuff, then we can manifest some really, really powerful things into our lives. I feel like for a lot of Virgos, there's a big manifestation energy here. So what are you trying to manifest? Again, for myself, I'm trying to manifest a home. We've got our house for sale. I can't wait to manifest this new acreage and a homestead, and it's going to be a beautiful thing, and it is really big. And I'd be lying if I said that over the last couple of years that we've been working on this, yeah, I've definitely dipped into that worry, that fear, that, there's no houses out there that feel just right. Are we going to have enough to settle? Is our house priced the right amount? Is, you know, maybe somebody won't want to buy our house because we do live off the beaten path. But then I think to myself, you know what? We bought this house. We loved this house. We loved the location. We loved the house itself. We love the property. We love the community. Who else wouldn't love this? Of course, there's someone else there that would love this, but it's so easy to get into that energy of it's not going to happen, expecting that it's not going to happen. I feel like for some of the Virgo collective, there is a big energy of manifestation around abundance, around wealth, around prosperity. And this is our year. The South Node is in our sign. So we're finally able to release some of that Virgo perfectionism, you know, and I call this with a lot of my one-on-one clients, I call this perfectionism paralysis, where we choose not to take any action at all because it's not as perfect as we want it to be. And for those of us with abundance and prosperity goals, maybe you're going to receive your abundance through your business, through your career. And if that's the case, we've got to let go of this perfectionism paralysis, or else we're never going to take the action that is required to get the results that we're hoping to have. So I want to know how this is resonating with you. Please let me know down below in the comments if it is. And if you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing to the channel and sharing this video with somebody else. You can also read or watch rather for your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, anywhere in your chart. You can cross watch for your loved ones if you'd like. I always like to watch these videos for my husband and for my kids. And we are going to go through and dive a little bit deeper. We'll dive a little bit more into this Ace of Swords cards that's coming up for us. We will also pull a few more cards from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle, the Unshakable Inner Peace, and the Raise Your Vibration Oracle. But then in the extended reading, we're also going to be looking at the Romance Angels. So pulling a card for love, we'll be looking at the Animal Spirit Oracle as well, seeing what animal totem wants to come up for us for the month of February. And by the time this video comes out, we're already into the first week of February. So maybe this energy is already resonating with you. And if it is, I want to know how. I will see you over on the extended, or I'll see you next month for this reading as well. Thanks for being here, Virgo.